Sometimes I sit here and think, could Bradford City get any more Bradford City? And then we have the transfer news that comes out today. Yesterday, I brought you guys an exclusive, which was just me reading the Sun article basically, saying that Jonny Williams was set to be the next Bradford City signing. It had all been confirmed, agreed verbally, nothing had officially been signed, and then literally about an hour or two ago at the time of recording, Simon Parker has put out an article, obviously a reliable journalist, saying that he's turned down Bradford City at the last minute after having a medical agreed. He was set to be revealed later today between 5 or 6 o'clock. He's been in a hotel in Leeds as well. He'd had temporary accommodation sorted by the club, and he's turned us down to join Gillingham. I thought today I would have been giving you guys my thoughts and opinions on our second signing of the summer transfer window. It doesn't look like that he's going to be happening. In fact, we definitely know that he's not going to be happening now. Jonny Williams, the former Swindon Town player and Wales international, has rejected Bradford City to join Gillingham. I know I've just repeated myself there, but I cannot get over the fact we've been left for dust by a team like Gillingham. Last year it was Salford City with Elliot Watt, and this year it's Gillingham with Jonny Williams. This is just ludicrous. If you do go on to enjoy today's video though, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts on this news as well down in the comment section down below. Swindon fans, Bradford fans and Gillingham fans as well. By the time this video comes out, it might have already been officially confirmed that Jonny Williams is a Gillingham player. But if we take you back then to a couple of days ago on the 12th of June, the Sun Football put out an article at 7:04 in the evening saying exclusive ex-Wales international Jonny Williams snubs Wrexham in favour of Bradford City. Their article does then read, Jonny Williams is joining Bradford on a 3-year deal. The ex-Wales midfielder, 29, saw his contract at Swindon expire at the end of the 22-23 campaign. Williams will link up with Mark Hughes' League 2 side, who are desperate to win promotion after losing out in the playoffs to Carlisle. Bradford City have already sold 17,000 season tickets for next season. Williams is believed to have turned down offers from fellow League 1 side. I'm not sure that's accurate. We're not League 1 yet. Anyway, Northampton Town, as well as League 2 trio, Wrexham, Notts County and Gillingham. That means the playmaker will not be part of Hollywood stars Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney's popular project. This comes after Reynolds and McElhenney tried to convince his former star teammate Gareth Bale to join their revolution. Then obviously Simon Parker was putting articles out about it as well. At 6 AM on the 13th of June, he tweeted saying, #BCAFC set to make their second summer signing this week. Former Wales international Jonny Williams strongly rumoured to be the man. And then his article is pretty similar to that one of the Sun. And then this morning on the 14th at 7 o'clock, Simon Parker did an article completely about Jonny Williams, talking about the amount of minutes he's played, his injury record, winning fouls, and where his best position is, with thanks to a Swindon Town reporter. And obviously that reads just about his statistics, which we will get into in a moment. And then at 2:07 this afternoon, Simon Parker tweeted saying, exclusive bombshell news as Jonny Williams snubs Bradford City move at the 11th hour for another League 2 club, ... Former Wales international should have been unveiled at Valley Parade this afternoon. His article does then read, Jonny Williams rejects Bantams after Gillingham offer. Jonny Williams will not be coming to Valley Parade. The former Wales international pulled out of an agreed deal at the 11th hour and he's now set to sign for League 2 rivals Gillingham. We all know about the financial power that Gillingham have got since they've been taken over in January. It's just a shame that looks like it's never ever going to happen to Bradford City, or at least while we are in League 2. The article does continue to read though, it is a huge blow for City, who are preparing to unveil him as their player later today. All the relevant paperwork had been agreed between the club and Williams' representatives, so I don't think that means it's been signed. It's just probably been verbally agreed. I think if it would have been signed, then he wouldn't have been able to do this. So I'm going to assume that nothing was officially signed. It is understood that Williams was in a hotel in Leeds, paid for by the club, ahead of a medical and media demands when they received confirmation that the move was officially off. His agent called late last night to inform City of the 29-year-old's change of heart following an offer from Gillingham. The stunned Bantams thought they had nailed on a 3-year deal with Williams after meeting up with him last month. They've been prepared to meet his wage demands, which would have been a huge improvement on what he had been earning at Swindon. Temporary accommodation had also been arranged for him to help relocate his family in Yorkshire. Williams had recently spoke to club officials and told them of his excitement ahead of joining City's promotion fight. So last night's call caught them completely on the hop. The follow-up message this morning to underline the player's change of heart arrived just 2 hours before he was due to undergo a medical. Gillingham have been spending big since they were taken over by American Brad Gillingham last Christmas. The Florida-based property tycoon bankrolled a lucrative January transfer window, which included the expensive capture of Tom Nichols and Ollie Hawkins as the Gills pulled away from relegation trouble. Now, when this officially came out, there was obviously a lot of commotion and stuff like that. People thinking who's actually to blame here. Is it Williams? Is it the club themselves? But Simon Parker has since put out a follow-up tweet saying, RE Jonny Williams, hashtag BCAFC had everything that seemingly agreed with him. Medical for midday, unveiling at 5 or 6 o'clock tonight. Player offered more money late on and takes it. Also won't have to move his obviously family. His choice, not the same as Christian Dennis scenario in 2018. That was the other club stopping it from happening. So it seems that he's been offered more money by Gillingham, and obviously it is closer to where his family live, and it's just so disappointing, isn't it? Obviously, Ryan Sparks said that we did have two pretty much in the pocket, I think his words were, new signings coming in, Clark Adore being the first one. I'm going to assume Jonny Williams being the other one, and we're now on the 14th of June and nothing else has been announced, so I'm going to assume Jonny Williams was meant to be the second one, and he has walked out on Bradford City. Just because not just because he's been offered more money, obviously you were going to go somewhere where you've been offered more money, and if it's closer to home, it makes sense from his point of view. It'll be interesting to know how long his contract is going to be at Gillingham. Will it be 2 years? Will it be 3 years? I can't see it, obviously, being a 4-year contract. I think that would be absolutely stupid, but Gillingham are going to be a team certainly competing up the higher end of the table. Jonny Williams has had a very good season with Swindon Town. If you have a look at Williams' statistics from the season just gone by for Swindon Town, he played 37 matches in total, starting 35 of them, averaging 75 minutes per game. He scored 10 goals, scoring a goal every 279 minutes with a 23% goal conversion rate. He also picked up 2 assists, averaging 44.7 touches per 90. He created 5 big chances, averaging 1.2 key passes per game, averaging 0.9 dribbles per 90, 56% of them being successful, averaging 3.9 ground duels per 90, winning 59% of them, and 1.1 aerial duels per 90, winning 36% of them. He was fouled on 2.3 occasions per game as well. I just think that it's so I don't even have words to describe this football club, but I don't think you really can blame the club. They've done everything in their power and they're not going to go out and do something stupid. I personally believe that Stefan Rupp does need to sell the club, and things like this maybe wouldn't happen if we had an owner who actually put money in his pocket, because it's pretty pointless him actually owning the club because he's still not putting a single penny in, or at least that's the understanding, as we are still self-sustainable. And don't get me wrong, you want to be self-sustainable for the large majority of it, but when you're being out-financialed by clubs who are actually offering more wages, and I think we've got to keep it realistic as well. You don't want to be offering someone like 10 grand a week in League 2 because that obviously won't be sustainable, but I think it does depend on how much that Williams has actually been offered in the increase from us. Obviously the location is probably going to be a big factor for him. If he's got a young family, I don't know if he's got any children or anything like that, but he won't really want to be relocating them. Obviously that his kids would have to move school if he has got kids and that sort of stuff, but it's just so frustrating, so disappointing, because it would have been a good signing. We've been crying out for a goal scoring midfielder for years. I cannot remember the last time we had a midfielder who scored over 5 goals. I'm not talking about a winger or an actual attacking midfielder, but at number 8, it could have potentially been Emmanuel Osadibe in the season just gone by if he unfortunately didn't suffer his double leg break. But Williams would have been a really, really good signing for us. I think if you play a diamond 4-2-3-1 or 3-5-2, whatever the formation is going to be next season, because he's so versatile, he fits in so well, and we've seen that in the game that we played against Swindon most recently. He absolutely ran the show, and every time he were on the ball, he's so neat with his passing. He's like half a second in front of everyone else. He's so clever with it, and he really would have provided some competition for Gilead if he stays. The strong rumours he could be going to Swindon or Notts County at this moment in time, and it would have provided a lot of competition for Walker, who's obviously very injury prone and hasn't really performed this season as well for the wages he's probably on. I think Williams would have come in and really give him a kick up the backside, because Walker's not really had much competition all season. But overall, it's just absolutely baffling and so frustrating. I'm sure Jonny Williams is not going to get a warm welcome when he comes to Valley Parade or when we go down to Priestfield Ivy. It's nothing personal between Gillingham, or I don't even think personally it's anything the club could have really done. If you've been offered more money and it's close to home, it makes sense, but it's still so frustrating, especially when we've paid for him to sleep in a hotel and we've already arranged temporary accommodation for him. The fact that then he's just walked away from that completely and pretending like nothing's even happened is really, really poor from the player. To summarise then, it would have been a good signing for Bradford City. I think you've got to keep your wages realistic, and if he's gone to Gillingham on a lot more money than what we offered, that's obviously probably a good move from the club not to try and then match that. I think Stefan Rupp still needs to sell the club. I've been saying this for years now. There's no point being an owner of a club if you're not going to invest anything. I've been very clear about that. I'm going to leave it there though for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 100 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Get your thoughts in on this news. Gillingham, Swindon and Bradford fans, let me know your thoughts all down below. I'm sure obviously depending on what club you support, the opinions are going to be very mixed, but he's certainly not going to be welcome back at Valley Parade ever again, because I mean, you've got to respect that he's looking after his young family, but at the end of the day, when you're so close to signing it, and it's pretty much like a gentleman's agreement at that point, you've probably got to follow through with it. But thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all very soon for another one. Peace!